Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. The Gators will boot it away to start the game. Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
First and 10.
First down here for the offense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today. Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that, too, because it's obvious. The defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
Rolls it in. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And just understanding where you're at on the field. Make sure you get those feet down before you get too close to that sideline. So I give credit for that catch. Nice job. Nice pitch. Nice catch.
Back to throw. It's Ward. Got his man quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. He's looking to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Makes the catch and gets the score. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a scoring toss from the 33. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
Take over. First and 10.
Offense set on first down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
It seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. We can talk about the next game on the schedule. They're always looking forward to this one.
He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
That's caught. It's Wilson. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Gators in the hurry-up. From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield and making the play.
Lining up, trying to convert this third and short from the 40. Looking downfield, it's Mertz. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get in the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
Take over. First and 10.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Let's see what they have in the bag on third and short from their own 18. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Restrepo. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey,
he'll take the deep shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Quarterback checking the play. Scanning the field, it's Ward. He's moving out of the pocket. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He fires a bullet to the right. Touchdown!
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll try the left side. Can't get him to the ground. Still running at the 40. Can anyone catch him? Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. The Gators are in the hurry up.
You want to know why this offense runs the football a lot? Because you got a guy that's top 5 in college football in rushing. You give him the football, and he'll continue to make plays. I imagine they're going to keep feeding him because he keeps putting up productive numbers.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll give it to Johnson. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Mertz. Finds his big tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Gators are on the move. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And that pass intercepted. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
You can't give points away when you're a QB. You have to understand, I got to be aggressive, and it's tough in the red zone because those are really tight windows. But, man, the one thing I cannot do is turn the football over. I got to make sure I get points. Really poor decision. Great play by the defense.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give out of the gun. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Hard running there. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So
he's going to throw deep right side. A full dive to haul that one in.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Looking to throw it again. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Looking for a man. It's Ward. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. That can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now have got 4th down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal. You try to pay this drive off and this opportunity to put something on the board, David.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. The snap sets up to throw. Pressure coming. And the ball is intercepted. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. At the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Florida! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, 2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Ole Miss came through with a lunch pail, hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Looking to throw, it's Ward. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. The punt team makes its way onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator. Lining up to add another. Right down the boulevard. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The offense set for a first down play. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Leaves his feet and makes a nice catch along the left sideline. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Trying to get to him. And he'll just get rid of that one.
How about the difference a week makes for this QB? Last week, man, the completion percentage way down. Just wasn't consistent, wasn't in good rhythm. Right now, looks like he's in total control, and this offense is moving at a way better pace. Looks like a completely different team from last week.
The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Ward. Moving out of the pocket. Now he's looking into the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. They'll immediately call timeout.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here. 1st and 10 from the 30. Picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Florida. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Showing the arm strength to the left. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Going up top on 1st down. Looking to scramble. He throws into the middle of the field. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. Are we sure that he knows what color jersey his receivers are wearing? Threw a pick on the last drive and almost threw another one.
Just temporarily confused. No big deal. Hey, short memory. Quarterback's got to have those short memories, right? It's behind me. No harm done. Reset. Next play.
He's not afraid to go deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to the right side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it.
Timeout, Florida.
Line gets set, first down. To the air, it's Mertz. He makes the connection. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Here comes the offense on second down. Off the play fake. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Throwing right. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I know this offense came out here in the second half hoping to build on their one-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here and let your defense play and try to get it back to you without giving up any points.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. A first down for the offense. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Runs through the tackle. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. They'll give it to him again. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll try to snap it quickly.
Second down coming up.
Trying the left side. Breaks the tackle. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down coming up. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. To the air, it's Ward. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And that's just a play that you have got to make if you're going to win this game. You're not going to get a lot of chances like that. You might not get another receiver that open for the rest of the season.
Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going. Nice job.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return you do, and a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quick pass on the fly motion. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. Just it makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. 2nd and goal for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he'll take it in for a touchdown. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground.
And the Florida offense will take over 1st and 10.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that lap.
He's going for the big play. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 3.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. Off play action. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Ready up. That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he hauls it in inside the 30. All the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver, who can design ways to get the football in his hand? Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now for this defense moving forward.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man.
Take over. First and 10.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, open up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm.
Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gets his team the ball at the 37.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football.
He lofts one down the sideline. Grabs it inside the 15. Snares it with those big hands and strolls into the end zone for the touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. They're just about ready to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
First and 10.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drive.
He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with the clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long, but players like that are getting after him.
Looking to throw, it's Mertz. Quick strike complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This is an offense that obviously practices two-minute situations, but they're not executing it right now, and I don't like the play call. You got to be throwing to the sticks, or you got to be throwing to the sideline so guys can get out of bounds.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. And the Gators want to pick up the tempo.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have
Time to take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
They're going to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. It's complete to the left. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Into the end zone. Fires the pass. Intercepted. The 50. The 40. The 30. 10. Strolls into the end zone for a touchdown.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take.
Got a lot of running room. The 40, at the 30, the 10, and he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Florida.
Number 1.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
Splits those uprights right in half.
Good.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Louisville is running away with this one behind an offense that's striking on the ground and through the air with military-like precision.
First down here for the offense. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. 1 more yard on this second down might just put an exclamation point on this one. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking downfield, it's Ward. Throws to the wideout. Got his man.
This guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead. Guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Let's go. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
This defense really needs to be careful. They have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
Green 25.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. It's Pater late in the game.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
Take over. 1st and 10.
Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
Timeout, Florida.
Looking for a productive play on first down.
Moves. Razor.
Little over anxious, out of the stance early, and it's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense.
29 Philly.
Trying to turn the corner on the right. At the 35, he's loose. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.